y'all. Grip it now. Hey, you. Hey. Say what? You want to grip it? All grip it. Hey. Hey, you. Get on my mountain. Hey. You want to grip it, y'all? All grip it now. Oh, hit me, y'all. Because it feels real good like you know it should. If you get your hands on the $1,000,000, you got to grip it. You got to grip it, child. Oh, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. I say what now? Hey, hey, hit it. Oh, grip it, child. Grip it now. Grip it, baby. You want to grip it? Grip it. Hey, let's take it to the bridge one time. Grip it and hold it. Just shake it. What you got? Cause when your stuff is hot, you got to give it up. Grip it and hold it. Just shake it. What you got? Cause when your stuff is hot, you got to give it up. Grip it and hold it. Tina, just shake it. What you got? Cause when your stuff is hot, you got to give it up. Grip it and hold it. Just shake it. What you got? Cause when your stuff is hot, you got to give it up. To the top, dog. You got to grip it, baby. And hold it. And hold it. Yeah, you got to grip it, baby. And hold it. You got it.
All right, hold on. Let me get my set us up live.
And I think we're back. Or I think we're... Is it on?
Is it on?
Is it on?
Is this thing on?
Is it really on? Is it on?
All right, kids, we're going to try the... Oh, hold on. There we go. All right. All right, kids, we're going to try this one more again. Sorry about that, but we are ready to get started. So, where's the script? All right, there we go. All right. And counting down in 5, 4. Look at the camera, girl. Look at the camera, girl. In 5, 4. Which camera am I looking at? That camera right there. In 5, 4, 3. Good evening, everyone. Today is Wednesday, January 3rd, 2018. I'm Dominion.
And I am Epic.
And welcome to the very first episode of BGKH.
What'd you say?
I said BGKH.
What?
BGKH.
What?
BGKH. 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 BGKH.
I'm good. Okay, I'm good.
With Dominion.
And Epic.
What? We are coming to you, I know, right? Exclusively on VoxPower.com. Excuse me, VoxWave.com. That's VoxPower 37.3. So, how did we find out about this station?
We were here as a guest on another show, with the Not Playing It Safe show. And so that's how we came on here. Shouts out to the Not Playing It Safe show.
Yes. Hey, guys.
Members. Mike, Kellen, Mike, and B Anomaly. So shout out. And they actually have another show. They actually went to have a new show starting.
Yes.
And he sent me information, but I'm sorry, but I just lost it. but they're doing another show, so be on the lookout for them as well.
Yeah, so I think we came up with the idea when we were doing that Twitter thing with Devon Hamilton.
Oh yeah. So that, which was really fun.
Yeah, that was lots of fun.
We had
So much fun that we decided to do this.
Yeah. And hopefully this will be just as much fun. And so far it has been. So we have been blessed to have some technical difficulties and been able to get through them. So that's what makes the show fun. So, but you know, life is.
We're here. We're queer. Get used to it.
Yeah. So.
Let's first talk about the VoxWave Coat Drive. So VoxWave will be sponsoring its first annual coat drive. The coats collected will be distributed to various homeless shelters and families in the metro area. The coat drop-off location is 4711 Auth Place, Suitland, Maryland 20746. For additional information, you can contact either Epic or myself, but you can also contact Frank Dent at 301-442-9258. Coats will be collected. Coats collected will be donated on January 25th and February 25th. Again, you can bring your coats to 4711 Auth Place, Suitland, Maryland 20746. So, who is Epic?
I feel like I need some background music. I need a glass of warm milk, a fireplace. Right. Thank you. And there we go. So we're gonna.
And we don't have any milk, but we do have Acadia water.
So Epic, Epic Onyx, which is some jazzy music. I like this. I am a. Are we talking about our age?
Say whatever you'd like, honey. You're 46.
You're older.
By what day?
Nice. So yes, who is Epic? Epic is a 46-year-old gay man who is originally from the Northeast. I grew up in Philly. I have family all up and down the East Coast, some on the West Coast. Southern Western Pennsylvania. Shout out to all the family there. Hey y'all. And he is a Leatherman, a Kingster. He is evolving. He is becoming more and more of the ideal of what people have of another man.
Oh, that's good.
And so it is an evolution, and it's a journey, and I'm actually taking it with some very great people around me. So you're included in that too.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and so that's who Epic is.
Okay.
Who is it? Dominique
Devereaux.
Oh, okay, Dominique
Dominique
Devereaux. Okay,
Devereaux.
all right. So who is Stevie?
First of all, the champagne is burnt. Dominion, well, the person who was to become Dominion, actually grew up right down the street here in Clinton. And fun fact, I used to work at this Red Lobster right here. Well, for a month. So what had happened was the year between my freshman and sophomore years in college at FAM,
Okay.
I decided that I needed a car because I was moving off campus. And I was already working at Bob's Big Boy. Yes, Bob's Big Boy. Okay. Come on and get your number 2 on your all-you-can-eat scripts. But I was working there, but I needed some money for a deposit for my car. So I came and got this job at work here for a month, which was just long enough to make the $1,000 that I needed for the deposit on the car. And let me tell you.
I think it's so simple, man. You could just come up with it, like,
Right. You could just like work for a month. Look, I was 19 years old, so I just worked 18 hours a day. I worked at Bob's for, 8 or 9 hours, and then I worked at Red Lobster. But let me tell you, people carried on at that Red Lobster. You would have thought that they were getting the fanciest cuisine in all of the world. And people would be like, this potato isn't big enough. Oh my goodness. Can I speak to the manager?
You paid $9.99 for the potato.
Right. You have paid $14.99 for 3 pounds of fried seafood. But let me tell you, people around here do take it very seriously, because my best friend and I, we used to work with this woman. I'm not gonna name no names, but we would be at work, right? And she would be in meetings with the executives now. Mm-hmm. We work for the director of asset management, so she's in the meeting as her assistant, taking notes, and she would stop taking notes and this is all you can hear in the meeting.
There ought to be a law.
No, but it gets more exciting. So then she stopped one day and just took her ponytail off and sat it on the table.
So I have several problems with that.
Lots of problems.
I have several problems with that. If you're gonna wear a chin strap, a ponytail, I need you to put a chin strap on with it, because you need to be doing a whole bunch of hair swinging. Mm-hmm. Listen, ponytail with a chin strap. I'm telling you, this is gonna be a new thing. Tighten that thing on up. Right.
It's not. I don't really know anything about that, but sure.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna wear a ponytail, you need to be swinging it around. You need to be giving your best dance ensemble. But the fact that you done took this ponytail off and sat on the table, that's a problem.
Right.
That is a problem.
Let me tell you. All right, so it gets even more interesting. So one day, my boss comes to me and says, I want you to listen to something, and then you'll know what to do. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
Really cryptic.
Right. So she said, I want you to listen to the message on the voicemail for the director of asset management. Ring, 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 ring. You have reached the office of asset management. No one is available to take your call. Please leave your name, your number, and a brief message, and someone will return your call as soon as possible. I said, I know exactly what needs to be done. Delete.
Yeah.
Re-record.
Delete. Yeah.
See, because listen, she knew that she was an older white woman and she couldn't come through and be like, girl, this message is ghetto as hell. No.
Okay.
No. The woman who recorded the message was not.
Okay, because
my boss was the older white woman who.
I was like,
me and her were really good. She and I were really good friends, and she knew that she could come to me because she couldn't be like, this message is ghetto as hell. But I was like, first thing I did was say to my best friend, listen to this message. And this is how this ties back into the Red Lobster story.
Okay.
She used to say that we were talking about going out to eat one day, and me and Reggie were going to go to, Maggiano's or something like that, which isn't even a fancy restaurant, but sure. And she was like, I want my daughter to have class. That's why I take her to Red Lobster every month. Every month. Now, this child was 2 years old at the time, so I'm like, what?
Well, wait a minute. We have several problems with that from the beginning. You were taking this child to Red Lobster, and you're saying you're putting Red Lobster
and class in
the same sentence.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Now, don't get me wrong. For those of you who are listening to this, those Cheddar Bay biscuits are everything. So let's just be clear about that. You know,
I don't even know which camera to put them into.
Right,
but
the Cheddar biscuits.
Them Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Right.
Them Cheddar Bay biscuits. Jesus.
Yes.
God.
You know you can buy the mix at. You know you can buy the mix at BJ's now, but it's not the same thing. It's just not the same thing. You need that old oven that ain't been cleaned since God was a boy. And that old dried tub of butter that's got the crusty butter and garlic on the side.
You're taking me back. You're taking me back to a memory, and my memory is going to be Cleveland and being at that damn bar and having that damn hot dog. Listen, I want to tell, what is the name of that bar? It's in Cleveland where they had the damn cookout out during the Cleveland Leather. Listen.
Shit, that bar, yes.
I don't know that bar.
With that hot dog.
Listen, to the people with the hot dog and the grill outside, don't ever change that. Listen, that hot dog, it
was everything.
Changed my life. Oh my God.
It was a good hot dog. I will say that.
Oh my God. Now, I may have been a little drunk. May have been. Allegedly. But that hot dog changed. Oh, come on, somebody. I can't. And so this Cheddar Bay biscuit with this hot dog, I think that might be a new thing right there.
The biscuit, the hot dog on the biscuit?
With that Cheddar Bay biscuit.
No, let me tell you. You get that biscuit, and then you get one of them chicken tenders from Royal Farms.
Just one.
Just one.
Just one. A hot one.
Shout out to Deviant. Just one tender.
One tender.
That's all I need is one tender. And that's all I need in my life, and I'll be good to go.
Yeah, one tender. Which happens several times, but that's okay.
Right. One tender 20 times. You know, that's all you need.
That gets it together.
Yes, Stephen. Bereaf.
Right.
Bereaf.
Hey, Velvet. No, I'm not stopping. So let's play a few cards from Black Card Revoked and see.
Oh, sure. I mean, you know what? I got so lost in my
That's okay.
my Red Lobster story that I didn't even.
And I was already transformed. It was a transformative experience for me because again, that hot dog changed my life.
Sort of like when we went to Bar Bacon in New York City.
Oh my God! So Bar Bacon, I absolutely love. There is no place on earth
I want to tell this story. I want to tell this.
Okay,
story.
well I'll do the interpretive dance in the back.
Right. So, I was watching what's that show? What's that show on the cooking channel? Unique Eats.
Oh, okay.
Unique Eats. And they were like, there's a restaurant in Bacon, and as Epic is prone to say,
bacon, butter, and cheese makes everything taste better.
Yes.
Everything. If you can find something where bacon, butter, and or cheese doesn't make something taste better,
I defy you.
It
just doesn't exist. It can't. It can't happen. I just feel like you're lying to yourself and to me too. So, I saw this restaurant called Bar Bacon where everything had bacon in it, from the milkshakes to the sandwiches and everything. And so when we went up for Folsom East, I was like, I don't care what we do, or I put it this way, I don't care what y'all do. Me, we are going to Bar Bacon. They come out and they give you.
It's a listen. Picture
it's
a metal slab.
No, it was slate.
A slate.
An actual piece of slate cut out of the earth.
It's a little warm.
With 8 pieces of bacon, 2 slices of 4 different kinds of bacon.
8 pieces of life.
And it wasn't that old, thin, nasty bacon, and it wasn't deep fried. You know how you can tell bacon is deep fried? When it's all curly and crunched up. When you cook bacon in the... Well, no, bacon is naturally wavy, but when if you throw bacon in the deep fryer, that's when it curls all up into little balls like that. But this was just flat, and it was crispy and delicious and thick slices, and you could get a beer and bacon flight. So you could get 4 different kinds of bacon and 4 different flights of beers.
You had that, but I didn't drink the beer. I was eating the bacon.
No, the beer was good. Well, they had cider. So I had like the pineapple cider, the apple cider,
they were right.
the cherry cider, and the something else cider. It was delicious. Yeah, and every time we go to New York City now, we will be going there.
To Bar Bacon.
And we will be going to our favorite spot, Havana Alma de Cuba, for the all-you-can-drink brunch. There is no brunch if it's not an all-you-can-drink brunch.
Is it the all-you-can-eat brunch, or is
I don't give a shit about all-you-can-eat.
What is the inappropriate?
It is the inappropriate all-you-can-drink brunch, where we also end up going and spending, several $100s across the street at the Leatherman. So shout out to the Leatherman.
Hey, what's up, Leatherman?
Because
we'll be back.
Every time we go to that place, because it's right across the street from the Leatherman NYC.
I think y'all strategically put that
right.
restaurant there.
And you tell all of the gays to come there because we go there. You're like, you know what I need?
I need a leather anything.
I need a leather whirligig. You know how much this whirligig is? $565. You're like, you know what? Hold on. Let me move some money around.
Slide this over. Just slide and carry the one.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do.
Right. I'm going to give you
I got
$15
you
on this card.
Put $20 on this card, put $100 on this one, put 3 cents on this one.
But 7 on this last one.
Right, 7, right. Wait a minute. This one didn't go through? All right, hold on.
Let me just
I got this reserve.
Shuffle
I got this
around.
reserve. Get this reserve card. So, all right, so just put it all on that card.
Right.
Now, when you get home, the lights might not be on.
Right. And but you got to, even before you get there, you're like, it went through? Yeah.
Right. It went through?
No.
Right. It went through? Hold on. Y'all ready? No. Get your coat.
Let's go now.
It's time to leave.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyway, so getting back
and then when we go to Atlanta, the daiquiri factory.
Shout out to the daiquiri factory and what was that thing?
Swinging Richards.
No, but the drink at the daiquiri factory.
All of the drinks.
Yeah. I mean, but what is the
It's frozen liquor.
Yes, I'm here for it, but there's one, but the Bob
Marley?
Thank
Yes,
you.
the
That's
Bob
what I'm
Marley.
saying.
Okay.
It was the Bob Marley.
The Bob Marley,
Okay.
yes.
I knew it was called, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Swinging Richards,
Swinging Richards. See, yes, I wasn't really impressed the first time I went there. But,
why?
The first time I went there, I went.
Well, you didn't go with all of us,
No,
and you wasn't carrying on like us. Because without Special K there to carry on and cut up in front of the dancers.
Listen, shout out to Special K.
Cling! Cling! Peaches, bitch! And that's all we're going to say about that. But there was this one stripper there, which is a good transition. But
Right.
there was this one stripper there, just like Issa Rae, we vote for everything black. So wherever we go, if it's a black waiter, we want the black waiter. If we go to the strip club, and it's not an all-black strip club, we vote for the black stripper. So we stand in front of the black stripper, and the way that they do at Swinging Richards is that they do like a set of 3 things. So the first time, they walk and parade around down the aisle fully dressed. Then the second time, they do it in their underwear. And the third time, they're supposed to take their clothes off. All of their clothes off. So that's what we like about Swinging Richards, because you will see some Swinging Richards at the end of the show. And it's very good after maybe 7 to 12 Bob Marleys. But anyway, so we're there. And so we're standing there with the black stripper, and we're like, okay, come on now, take your clothes off so we can give you some dollars. And he stands there and he's like, I'm not taking my clothes off unless y'all give me some dollars. I'm like, you ain't getting no dollars unless you take your damn clothes off. This is a stripper club, not a stand around and hang out club.
Who does that? Take it. Listen.
The fuck? Go on now.
Let's bring it back.
Bye.
Let's bring it back.
Bye.
So speaking of that, who is your favorite porn star?
Porn stars. So that changes over time, though, because the
Really?
It does. I do. Well, all right. So there's one who has been on the list for a while, and I hope he sees this and he know who he is. His name is XL.
Come on out of the closet, damn it! This is for you. You have come out of the closet. You have admitted publicly that you.
Well, if you were at Blackout, you saw how much I loved XL.
And so did a few other people.
I don't care.
But I mean, I'm here.
I'm not upset. I'm not ashamed.
I'm here for it.
Anyway, so XL is sort of my long-term favorites. I have a few new favorites like Cash De Niro and JD Blackstone.
Okay.
And Tay the Doug. Tay is I can't figure out if Tay, because he's very thin, so I'm not sure if he could be like 6'2", or he could be like 5'2". But he's got normally I don't go in for the tattoos from the top of your ankles all the way to the underside of your chin.
Neck, yeah.
But for him it works.
Okay. Well, I mean, he does. I mean, he don't look as dirty. I mean,
although
is that okay to say?
Listen, I tend to think tattoos are an indicator. Tattoos above the neck to me are typically signs of poor decision making, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Like, all right, so who do we like? All right, listen, you know what? And you may say Dominion is, this corporate clone or whatever, but we both live and work in the professional world of Washington, D.C.
Yes.
Have you ever seen? Listen, we all know people that's got tattoos, but
Right.
have you ever seen someone, sitting next to you? Would you believe a consultant? Would you hire a consultant to give him, $20,000 of your organization's money, and he come in there with some neck tattoos or a teardrop tattoo on his face?
You know what? I can't even lie. I would be looking at him a little. I would be looking a little.
And I mean, you know what? Maybe.
But if his work was great, I would really give him a chance. I'm just saying. But I know how he will be viewed. Amongst.
Wait a minute, pause. George said, "You're dead meat if you hit bar bacon without me. You have been warned, both of you."
I feel a little threatened, George. I feel a little threatened.
Right.
I feel like
I feel attacked.
I feel a little I feel a little threatened, but I feel threatened.
Next time we go to New York, which will be in the middle of June.
Well, before then, too.
For what?
Oh no, that's something else. Sorry.
Oh, date.
No date.
No. But if we do go, we will make sure that you are with us because yes, it will change your life. Yes. So but yeah, so neck tattoos are typically evidence of poor decision making. So
okay,
who are your favorite porn stars?
So
I'm going to prepare to be shocked.
I'm having some really complicated feelings about this right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that my favorite porn star, and in the back of my mind, I'm already married with 2.3 kids, and we're in the white.
Is it the back of your mind or the back of your throat?
In the back of my mind, I'm already married, and we have 2.3 kids in the house with a white picket fence, and there's a swing set over here, and there's a seesaw on this side, and that's just what it is. But in order for all that to happen, no. But so let me just go ahead and tell you. So Cutler X is my favorite. Well, he's my favorite.
Like I said, the back of your throat.
He is my favorite right now. But then also I like Armand Rizza. Mm-hmm. I also like
Rizzo.
Is it Rizzo? Because it
is Rizzo.
If
it's Armand Rizza, like from the Wu-Tang, the gay porn star slash
but the funny
old
thing
school
is,
rapper Armand Rizza.
It's spelled so many different ways in a couple different sites. So depending on what you're looking at. But yes, Armand, the little short one. God. Who else? So what's his face? So Tay, I like him as well. I think he's actually pretty good. And there's another guy that I just saw. It's not XL, is his name Knight, I think it is. Dark skin,
yeah.
Like he's coming up the ranks. So I think I kind of
No, Knight's been out for a while.
Well, listen.
I am a porn connoisseur. So I'm going to picture a scene. So this will tell you what your porn creds are. So the scene.
I am not here to be judged about my porn collection because my porn collection is something completely different.
So what that means, listeners, is that his skills is garbage.
That's a lie. That's a
all
lie.
Right, so here's the scene.
And let's
Two
be clear.
dudes.
Wait, let's be clear. You need to be specific about what company this is because
No. You have to figure that out.
Well, I have a preference with the company that I like, so that's
all right. So I will
is.
start that say that this is old school. This is from the early 2000s. So we'll start there. Two dudes fucking on top of a Jeep.
So that's Treasure Island Media, and it was three dudes that I'm thinking of that was in that one.
No, two black dudes.
Okay, so
fucking on top of a Jeep. One of them has a tattoo of a scorpion on his penis.
I know what you're talking about, and I've seen that, but I'm gonna tell you, I didn't particularly care for. I didn't care for that particular company because I liked.
You didn't. What was the name of the company?
I can't think of the name of the company. Let me be clear. I don't know. I don't know the name of the company. But I've seen that video and I didn't particularly care for it because at the time I was looking for all the Treasure Island Media stuff. That's what I was looking for. Oh. So that's what I started.
So you're a bareback queen.
I love watching Treasure Island Media. between Paul.
Notice how you just dashed over that. But I'm gonna let
Damn right I dashed over that. So between Paul Morris and the young guy, Max. Jeez, I guess his name.
Stoll, I think it is.
Soul. Max Soul. I like Paul Morris better, but Max Soul is okay. But they're a little grimy and a little.
I do like a little grimy.
They're a little
Let me
grimy,
tell you, Dawson's. First, what was it? First, it was Dawson's 20 load weekend. Then it was like the 50 load weekend, the 100 load weekend.
So yeah.
And then at some point, I was just like, okay, now you're just showing off.
It was absolutely everything.
The first time, though, I saw a devil's dick,
I was a little concerned.
I was a little turned off, but I wasn't Dominion then. I was not Dominion then. The first time I saw that, because going back to, we're gonna go back to the question. And so when did Dominion come about? Like when was he? Dominion was birthed. Dominion was birthed
at Ballacenwood.
At Ballacenwood. It's Ballacenwood.
To all my Philadelphia peeps.
Dominion was birthed on May 31st, 2013.
Time? 3, 4 o'clock in the morning?
2 p.m. or so. So, because what happened was we had just come back from IML.
Okay.
And I had been getting tagged a lot in a lot of videos and stuff. And at that time, I only had, one Facebook profile and everything. And I had complex feelings about, non-kinky folks being in my business. Right. Not so much my family, because I don't give a fuck what none of the people, outside of my father and sister, and I barely care what they think, But anybody who is not directly in my family, birth family, I don't give a fuck what cousins and uncles and aunts think about anything. But, I'm also in this fraternity and, some other stuff, and I didn't know that I wanted all those people in my life. So, Mufasa is one of the founders of Onyx. I was like, I need a new name, like Mufasa, because we know he wasn't born Mufasa, So we started.
Say it again.
Mufasa. We started coming up with names, and the first name I came up with, my government name, my middle name is Alexander. Mm-hmm. So I said, we could just put the thing down, flip it, and reverse it. So I was going to be Red Naxala. But he said that sounded too much like an anime character.
Yeah, that's kind of complicated, Red Naxala. That
sounds like a kind of I felt like a Klingon. I felt like fear Red Naxala.
Or a disease. You have Red Naxala. You only have 6 months left to live.
No! Not Red Naxala!
It's Red Naxala.
No, Jesus,
oh my
not
God,
Red Naxala.
Oh my God, ew.
Did you drink that water?
He got that nasty woman disease. Red Naxala. Oh God. Anyway,
but we sort of jointly agreed that that didn't work, and so it's like, well, who is that person? And we started thinking. I said, I am, in charge of the girls. I have authority. I have power. I have dominion. And thus, Dominion was birthed.
Okay.
Birthed. So, favorite movie star? Or stars?
So, let's be clear. I'm a Janet Jackson fan. So
movie stars.
She has done movies, and she is a star.
Oh, come on now.
Listen.
Are we doing this today?
Listen.
Are we doing this today?
Listen. And she is a singer. She is a triple threat. Now listen, let me be clear. I'm not gonna sit up here and talk about her as if she is the cat's meow. And listen, all y'all, I know you're watching me, and listen. I'm watching y'all too with these comments. Mm-hmm. I am not saying that she is Whitney Houston by no means, but for me, that is my favorite. Let me be clear. So now, to all the other Janetics that are out there, y'all know what's going on.
Janetics, is that what y'all call yourselves?
Yeah, yes, I'm a Janetic.
Janetic?
Yes.
Like a lunatic?
Like a fanatic?
Oh, okay. Got it.
Right. So anyway, but Jesus.
I'm sorry. I just was trying. I was just listeners, viewers. I was just trying to get clarity. That's all I was doing. Was just trying to see clarity on this subject.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But
now she's my favorite.
So why? I feel like then that would be genetics or genetics. I've never seen that before. Like I've heard of the Little Monsters. I've heard of whatever Mariah Carey's. Are they called sheeple or
Mariah Carey?
Little Lambs or whatever.
What?
I think she calls her friends her lambs.
Lambs.
Listen, I mean, you got the beehive.
That's the Bayhive.
Is it the Bayhive or the beehive?
Actually, you're right. I think it is the Beehive.
It's the beehive.
Yeah, it's the Beehive.
But I was not aware. I honestly.
Well,
I mean, there is a little shade. There's a ton.
There's a ton of shade. There's a ton of shade in there. Just call it what it is. There's a ton of shade.
It's a touch. But I was honestly not aware that likers of Janet call themselves.
Listen, that's what I'm.
Genetics, like Dianetics, like that cult. That's
He's trying it, ladies and gentlemen. I just want you to know he is trying it. He is really.
It's like Scientology. So like
trying it.
Genetics,
Listen,
Dianetics.
You cannot put her even in Scientology. She doesn't kill people with cars like Brandy. She don't do that. She don't do that. She don't do that.
Oh, now you got.
She did.
So if y'all are the Gen X, genetics. I'm just trying.
But you are trying it. You are trying me today. Listen, I need all my genetics out there. Janet Phoenix, get up on this line. Call up in here. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm just got to get clarity. So if people who we're gonna move on because listen, this is
no. If people, you brought up Brandy, so if people that like Janet are genetics, let me get it right. Is it genetics? Genetics. Then are people that like Brandy alcoholics? I know. I was really reaching for that one. Listen, I have a couple of friends who love Brandy, and they will go in if you say anything negative about Brandy.
I mean, I gotta listen. A couple of my line brothers would like that. I'm gonna give shout out to Golden Eagle who loves Brandy, and he's referred to her
as the vocal Bible. When I heard that, I was like, "What?"
Now listen. I love you to death, boo, but
I'm not seeing it.
Now she's cute with what she does, but
listen. I don't dislike Brandy. I love that album, that first album. I Want to Be Down.
Well,
the one before that.
That was the first album.
That was the first
one.
Okay.
But even her later stuff like Full Moon, all that, I liked it. I thought it was great.
It was cute, but the vocal Bible, I'm not seeing it. I'm not here for that.
So who's your favorite singer?
But I like old school stuff.
Well, okay.
So Luther.
Okay.
Like I listen to Luther.
Professional.
I listen to Luther, and I'm just like, it's just like, damn. Like the way he just turn a phrase and just take something and just. No, you sound.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
You sound like now you're making fun.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Now I feel like you're trying to hurt my feelings.
Hey, Yogi, I gotta go to the bathroom.
I feel like you're purposely
you're
saying this to hurt me is what you're doing.
You have some conflict feelings about that. I
do. Because Luther's dead. Luther's dead, and that's wrong.
He's dead.
It's ill to speak ill. It's wrong to speak ill of the dead, and that's awful.
It is wrong.
It is wrong.
But he's dead. I'm not. So I mean, what?
Let me see.
I mean,
who else do I like? Patti LaBelle. I still love, but see, here's my thing. Even as a child, I never loved everything by any one artist. I'm glad I'm alive now, where if I don't like something, I don't have to listen to it. Because I tell you, when What's the 411 came out by Mary J. Blige. I just ruined. No, I'm not comparing that.
Yeah, I was like, how did you put Mary J?
No, I'm
Patty
just talking.
And Luther? Okay, all right.
I'm just talking about the fact that when you listen to music, nowadays you only have to listen to what you want to hear. You don't have to listen to the whole album if you don't want to, because there's no cassette tapes. All right, for young people. So a cassette tape was this device.
Do we really have to talk about a cassette tape, like what it is?
I think so, because I feel like there's people now who might be watching this.
We're going to talk about 8-tracks, and we're going to go to 33 and 3rds and 78s.
Oh, you know what's so funny? What was the first album you ever bought?
Rapper's Delight. Bought, or because the first album that I actually owned
that you purchased with your own money, or that
it was a present to me.
Okay.
My aunt gave it to me. It was Rapper's Delight, and it was on Christmas. And when I unwrapped that album, I jumped up and down my grandmother's living room, and I went home and played it on my little stereo that had the lights on it at the bottom that lit up. It was like a disco, and I put the album was so big that it wouldn't close on top of it, so you had to keep the top open. So I spun that thing around. It was like boom, doom, doom, and I turned the lights out and let the lights in the bottom play, and I was in there like I was having a disco, like.
So I had the first 45 that I bought was El DeBarge, Love Me in a Special Way. And the first 33 and a third, the first album link that I bought was Curtis Blow's album, These Are the Breaks. All the breaks.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it down.
And of course, you know, I had one of those little record players that, you know, you opened it up, and when you opened it up, it was like opening up a laptop, but it had two big speakers on the side, and you could play records at 33 and a third, 45 or 78.
Yes.
And so let me tell you, because I was only 13 at the time, I used to play all my records at 78, so I could be like,
this is why. This is what's wrong with you. It started early. It started early. It started early.
It did.
It started early. So, okay.
Coincidentally, that summer was the first time I had sex, but we'll talk about that later.
That summer?
When I was 13.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the hell? 13. Okay.
Is that young or old?
No, I'm glad you clarified, because I was thinking, hey, we were like 9, 10 or something like that.
No, it was 13 when I was 13.
Okay.
So that was, that was about the time when because I remember I had gotten the money from
to have
cleaning.
sex? You paid a hooker?
No.
Oh my God. You paid a hooker at 13 to have sex? Oh my God.
No. Get it together, honey.
Okay, all right.
No.
All right.
I got the money from cleaning my aunt's house, and I remember she gave me a $50 bill with which I purchased Love Me in a Special Way and Curtis Blow, These Are the Breaks from Kent Mill Records. You know, that's another local reference for people that grew up here. Nobody beats the Wiz. That's where I used to go and get all my go-go music from.
I remember.
You know what? I remember my freshman year in college, I had a couple of songs by the Pleasure Band and a couple of PA tapes. And some bitch stole them. And I was like, I know whoever stole it wasn't even from DC.
The Anomaly, what's
and
up?
Didn't even know what the fuck go-go music was.
What
I'm
up?
Still pissed over that shit almost 25 years. 2 years later.
You just tried it. Are you auditioning for Snap Queen of the Week? Is that what you're doing?
I guess. So, all right, so let's see. Modern singers. Do I like them? I don't even really know, because it takes me so long to become aware of new music, since, you know, you can listen to stuff on your phone or whatever. And again, I only listen to what I want to hear, so most of what I listen to is old music anyway, or house music.
Listen,
so
let's stop this right there. To all of my house music fans, when I say house music, I mean, there is not one person out there that if you say you're a house music fan, you should not have at least 5 or 6 cassette tapes with music on it. And if it's Cedric screaming, God damn it, I love you, and please call me because I need a copy of that tape.
Yes.
All of it. I have lost so that was like the evolution or the beginnings of who I came to be in the lifestyle, because it was like, you know, everybody has something they're known for or something that they do, And God, like, music was just everything for me. And house music was like that thing that, like I have seen the light. Like, it was everything. And I was just complaining to somebody the other day. Like, you hear certain songs and the feeling comes over you. Like, when people are in church and they get the Holy Ghost, they start jumping up and down, they start dancing, they just can't stop. They want to just run and jump and flip and do all types of stuff and grab trash cans and throw them, just scuzz out, all this type of stuff. This is what house music did to me. And it just made me, it made all of my 20s everything that it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And more.
So with that,
It did.
speaking of house music, let's take a 2-minute break, and we're going to play some some black women screaming over a gospel house beat.
That's a good house music song right there. Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Wrote a song about it. Did you want to hear it?
Yeah.
You might want to plug that in.
It is plugged in.
Are we still going to have technical difficulties?
I'm plugged in. There it is.
And there we go.
People all over the world are feeling new attitude coming on. Time for us to come together, breaking down the walls of confusion. So when everything is going wrong, lift your head and be strong. Don't know what tomorrow may bring, but right now I feel free. Life is filled with much pressure, faced with decisions and confusion all around. Hold your head up high, don't let nothing get you down. For he said there will be days like this. Believe that you will make a way. No need to worry. I said there's no need to fret. You gotta let it take control.
I have got a girl whose pussy is so good, if you threw it up in the air, it would turn into sunshine.
If I throw my pussy in the air, if I throw my pussy in the air, if I throw my pussy in the air, in the air, it will turn, 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 it will turn into sunshine. It will turn, 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 it will turn into sunshine.
Reggie, would you do me a favor and eat my pussy for me? Please, eat my pussy for me. 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 favor, arrange my pussy for me? Won't you do me a favor, arrange my pussy for me? Won't you do me a favor, arrange my pussy for me? Reggie, would you do me a favor and eat my pussy for me, please?
I have got a girl whose pussy is so good, if you threw it up in the air, it would turn into sunshine.
Now there you go, goddammit.
Yeah, that's a little bit of what you. Yeah,
That's just a slow walk through my musical history. Next time we're gonna do the that Michael Jackson remix.
Which one? The Remember the Time, or are you talking about? Are you talking about the
Grew with my
Mama's, the
yeah, that one.
shit.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, that one. Mama say, Mama say, Makusai.
No. The one that I did on when I did my my blog.
What?
That was a Michael Jackson song.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It was a cut from Rock With You.
Okay. I gotta hear it again.
Which is out on the floor. There's nothing out there but us. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so as we come back, we want to give a shout out to our Brista, Rodney Onyx, and you can catch his mixes on Mixcloud at mixcloud.com/DJ Rodney Love. Let me tell you, Rodney, you know, he put a couple of mixes together one time, and we were just grooving. And you know how you just grooving? You like, wait a minute, bitch, where's Shazam? Hold on, because I got to get all of this. But what I like about Rodney's mixes is that he will give you the link to his, not the link to the songs, but he'll tell you what all the songs are in the mix. So if you like an individual song, you can go back and listen. So, oh, wait a minute. I have not started with any shade, Aya. What are you talking about? I am not shady. I am cruelly observant. There's a difference. I'm not shady. I shed light. And if my light casts a shadow on your foolishness, then it sounds like you have a problem that you need to fix. So,
I subscribe.
and let that be the reason.
I subscribe to the Che channel, so we're just gonna go ahead and keep it.
Okay, sure. So,
I might not be tuned in
you see,
all the time, but
wait. All right, so music, movies, favorite movie stars. I'm gonna go out. I mean, you know, love Jennifer Lewis. Love everything that she's in.
yeah, she's like everybody's black mama.
Well, of course. I mean, you know,
Black
she's
mama, grandmama.
Jackie Washington.
Yeah, she's Jack. Well, that's the best thing that she's done for me.
Your love for me has only made me love me more.
Second only to playing Tina Turner's mama.
Yes.
When she had called Ike and told Ike that Tina was there with the kids, because, you know, he paid for that house.
Why is she here, Ike?
I'm just saying. Who else? Other movie stars. I need to take this password off here because it's driving me crazy. There's several people, movie stars that.
After
none of which I can think of their names.
I know, right? I mean, I have come to love Viola Davis.
So listen, Viola Davis, I think she is an
When
incredible
she gave
actress.
that ugly cry in
gives
Fences
that
with that
ugly
snot
bubble.
on the top of her lip,
That is
I was just like,
that is a
"Ugh, that is
trademark for her."
disgusting.
But
it
on
was.
But on the flip side, when she plays Annalise on How to Get Away with Murder, and the first episode she was fucking the guy. But are we supposed to be cussing? Okay. 2 days out now. When she was fucking the guy in the office, and
We already talked about
in,
porn stars and dicks and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, we
So
did. Okay. So all right. Anyway, so when she was actually when the guy was eating her out when she was in her office, and
yes, the cop, Nate.
cop, yes, Nate. Yes, God. And
Yes,
she got
Nate.
up and she, with them pigeon toes and them knock knees, and she was trying to pull them panties up. And listen, I live for that complex Annalise and that bad wig.
What is it about Shonda Rhimes' heroines and not being able to walk in heels?
Carrie can walk.
Carrie cannot walk in them heels. When Carrie walks. Listen, I love Carrie Washington, but when she walks from side to side like this to keep her balance. Listen, the look is flawless. The hair is bone straight. The coat is always fabulous. And it's not that she She walks like she should be in, like, seeing a chiropractor because her hip is out of a line or something.
So now I'm seeing the interview sheet that says these are all the requirements. Must not be able to walk in heels.
Right.
Must
be a strong black woman.
Can't walk in heels.
Who can't walk in heels.
I don't know. But anyway, so listen.
Yes.
One of the things I wanted to do is actually take time out and talk about this. Actually, I wanted to talk about one of our this location and what we have going on. But Star Imports is the home of boutique style buying experience. Star Imports Adele Motors has 50 years in the automotive industry. I cannot speak right now. Star Imports is in Cap Springs off Branch Avenue behind the Red Lobster. Star Imports provides the personal attention you deserve and treats you with the utmost respect. Bad credit, no problem. We have credit restoration programs to help you. Credit application is on starimports.com. Star Imports does bank, in-house financing, and buy here, pay here. The vehicle you want, not in inventory, not a problem. We specialize in finding your perfect car. Star Imports donates a portion of its sales in giving back to the D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area charities such as D.C. STEM Network, National Museum of African American History and Culture, and Girls, Inc. To help develop kids into becoming successful contributors to society and to help support institutions that preserve history. So come check out Star Imports. They actually are in the area, and yeah, that's a good thing.
Definitely. You know what? If you haven't gotten a chance to go see the National Museum of African American History, you owe it to your. Let me tell you, the only reason I got tickets is because somebody from out of town had them. But it's really is a transformative experience. So I strongly advise you to go and check it out.
Yeah.
So, Epic, I have a question for you.
What's that?
What is a stunt queen?
How about I just give you, in order to give you this definition of what a stunt queen is, you know what, let's just break it down in gay terms.
Stunt queen!
Stunt queen is that girl, listen, I'm going to say girl in quotations, that girl, or G-U-R-L, that just tried it in every way possible. They did absolutely none of what they're supposed to be doing. They just tried it. It was just wrong, and they just had no business doing it. That's what a stunt queen is. But I'm going to give you a better example by talking about these nominations that we have for stunt queen, so you'll get a better picture of that. So we have about 4 people on this list, and for me, one of them is like will just be perpetually on this list. But we're going to go ahead and go in order by what they are. So up first, we have the nation's darling. I guess I'll call her that. But according to a couple
of... The queen of many things.
The queen of many things. But according to a couple of internet gifs and memes that I've seen of her, she's been dragged through the mud quite a bit. But Omarosa.
This woman.
Where do we start with Omarosa? Well, let me start with this. Omarosa was on the Bethany show, and this woman called her on her show to interview her, and Omarosa gave Bethany the business on her show. Who does that? And in her conversation, she said, "Well, I am still relevant. I'm relevant. That's why I'm here on the show." You know why you're relevant? Because your ass just got fired from the White House.
And let's be clear. She gave that whole blah, blah, blah. She left. No, girl, you left as they were throwing you out. And then, according to April Ryan, you pulled a stunt. First of all, you pulled several stunts. So a stunt queen is someone who does some borderline illegal shit, or even if it's not illegal, it's shiesty. Well, that's one of the things that they can do. So this was shiesty. What was shiesty is sneaking your motherfucking bridal party into the White House to take pictures. I mean, who does that? I mean, do you understand how many people would give their eye teeth for a clearance to work in the White House, and you're going to pull a stunt Like, I mean, so here's the thing. I'm not even shading taking the pictures in the White House. If you go through the process of getting all of them chicks vetted so that they can be in the White House, the stunt, which is actually a national security violation, is sneaking these chicks into the White House so that they can take pictures. I mean, that's a stunt. And then all of other stunts you did, and then finally your ass got fired, and just like Angela Rye, I have no sympathy for you. I don't care what happens to you. You can jump all the way up your own ass and die for all I care. Sorry.
Contestant number 2 for Stunt Queen of the Week, Miss Mariah Carey.
Mm-hmm. So, hey Mariah. All right. So Mariah has been pulling stunts for the past couple of weeks, past couple of years, after she convinced them hoes to give her a residency in Las Vegas to stand around and be carried, and for her to mumble and occasionally utter an off-key note.
Listen, the biggest stunt for me.
Well, shit, I could do that.
The big stunt for me last year was her at the New Year's Eve. First of all, you weren't even singing. You weren't even dancing. You were barely standing. You'd barely walked across the stage. Your dancers had to pick you up and walk you and move you to another spot. Then you want to act like you were dancing like. And on top of all that,
offbeat.
Right. On top of all that, then you opened your mouth to say something, and apparently there was some technical difficulties with the equipment because you kind of went from like this whistle note all the way down to like a donkey dunk. Like, it just wasn't.
That was because the whistle note was a track.
Well.
And she was giving her best Britney Spears, where, you know, she's like, the track is like, I'm a slave. And she's like, I'm a slave for you. She was, so that was her stunt. Who's next?
Contestant number 3 would be the South Carolina Republicans. And this is so they want to honor African Americans that participated in the I'm sorry, they want to honor African Americans that participated.
Use your word. Drink your juice, Shelby. Drink your juice.
That participated in the war, fighting for the South.
South Carolinians, yes, they want to honor black South Carolinians who fought on behalf of the Confederacy.
Were there any African Americans, black people, during this time that were fighting? I don't really recall too many.
According to the National Society of Negroes, there are or were no black people who fought on behalf of the Confederacy. In fact, South Carolina in particular went out of their way to make it illegal for blacks to fight in the war because they didn't want Negroes having guns. Blacks were allowed to serve as cooks, as butlers, as valets, and things like that, but they were not allowed under any circumstances in the state of South Carolina to own guns. Yet, that has not seemed to be a bar to these two, shocking that these two people are white, South Carolina state senators who want to honor black people who fought on behalf of the Confederacy.
So basically there were none, and how the hell you want to honor them?
Right.
What's the point? What are you talking about, Willis?
So, the last,
who I feel like he is going to have a permanent place on my list
always
of stunt queen for the week. I will not say his name. He will be known as number 45 because that's who he is.
I will refer to him as KKK.
Okay. Well,
caramel colored cunt.
Is he really caramel though? He looks more like Dorito.
Yeah, but DKK doesn't really flow off the tongue well.
DKNY though.
What's the NY?
He is from New York. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm reaching.
I'm sticking with KKK.
Yeah, I'm reading. Okay, well, 45. This fool. So, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. I'm not gonna call him a fool.
He's a fool.
This man.
He's not bright.
This man.
He lacks intelligence.
This man decides that
his children are ugly.
This man decides that he wants to. First of all, let's go back. He's the only president that I've ever heard of or seen. Not that it's been around that long, but he goes ham on Twitter, in the Twitterverse. Like, he goes out all the time. Why you're doing this, I have no friggin' idea, but it leads me to this point. He tweets at the North Korean leader, Kim Jong-un, who stated that the nuclear button is on his desk at all times. He then says, Donald, number 45, does say this. He says, will someone from his depleted and food-starved regime please inform him that I have a nuclear button and it is a much bigger and more powerful one than his, and my button works.
Now we doing dick jokes online, with the fate of the entire world.
I need to go ahead and give a shout out to our brother Grey Onyx and do a Grey Onyx look. Really?
Now we need to confer briefly. And the winner is Donald Trump. You are the stunt queen of the week. No, this is a...
Oh.
No, the petty clap. Yay for you for taking us yet again to the brink of destruction.
Nuclear destruction. Just boom.
Asshole.
Boom. Anyway. So, we have been chatting for quite a bit, and we are pretty much at the end of the show.
Are we though?
Yeah, we're there.
It's only been an hour, but it seems like forever.
It does, but that's okay. I just wanted to take this time out to let you guys know that our show will stream live on Wednesdays on voxwave.com, 9:15 to 10:15 p.m. Eastern, 6:15 to 7:15 p.m. Pacific time for those that want to tune in live. Episodes will be available on YouTube every Friday. Just search for Vox Power 373, and look for the BGKH show with Dominion and Epic. Now, even though we are just getting ourselves up and running, but you can look forward to seeing our Facebook page, and you can like us on Facebook, and you can follow us on Twitter and also on Instagram. And in the interim, you can reach us individually. But Dominion, how do we get in touch with you?
Okay, so you can reach me on Twitter and Instagram. My screen name my handle is @DomOnyx. You can reach me on Facebook by going to facebook.com/DomOnyx. And you can go to www.domonyx.com where you can catch my weekly column, Dominion's Opinions, and keep up with all of my other projects, including my book, Alex and Alonzo, A Love Story, available on Amazon, as well as all of my shenanigans. It's a love story if your love story consists of lots and lots and lots of kinky, filthy, dirty sex.
I mean, isn't that what makes it a love story?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to be clear.
Okay.
So, with that, you can also reach me and get in contact with me on Twitter at Epic.Onyx1.
At?
Epic
No,
Onyx.
it's
at.
You just did like that. That's a series of swirls in the air. But
Listen, the kids know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
At Epic.Onyx1. Get it.
Got it.
Get into it.
Got it.
At Epic.Onyx1 on Twitter. You can reach me at I am Epic Onyx on Instagram, and you can also reach me on Facebook at Epic Onyx. And I think that is going to be the beginning of a few things for both of us.
Yes.
As far as other projects that might come up, and hopefully, Oprah, you can call us, girl. You can call us.
Oh, you can call us anytime.
Anytime.
Listen.
Your makeup artist is still the shit, but you can call us at any time.
Anytime. If you need us to be in the next season of Greenleaf or, whatever. Or if you just want to give us our own show. I mean, motherfucking Iyanla Van Zant got a show. Why the fuck we can't have a show? Iyanla, whatever.
Iyanla has a show.
I mean, I got as much qualifications to be a life coach as she does.
Does she have to be a life coach? Is there a trade? I mean, a specific program?
I don't know. I read her first book and there was misspellings in it, so I couldn't.
And on that note, thanks for everybody that tuned in tonight. It was a blast. I'm so glad to be here. And who knew that 10 or 15 years ago that I'd be actually sitting here doing this? So life is as a...
I knew. Things are going exactly according to plan for me. Shit.
Okay, well, for me it did not, and I didn't know I would be here, but I'm going to go ahead and take the words of that poet laureate from a different world. Ooh, life's a funny thing, girl.
Stay woke, people. Stay woke.
Good night, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.